guys, welcome to the first episode of Spill the Real podcast. We have a special guest today because it is a special episode. Today, we have here the one and only, my mother.
Hello.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Gwen.
Yes.
And I am Caitlin's mother.
There you go. So today I have my mother on the podcast because it is Mother's Day. We're doing a Mother's Day special on Spill the Real podcast. So I thought I'd bring her on just to talk about some real stuff. The set is a bit bare and we only have one camera angle currently right now. So, well, if you're not watching the video, you ain't gonna see it. But if you're just listening to the audio, it probably sound all right. Just bear in mind that this is just for now, and we'll get up and running like we should be. But you know, like I mentioned before, I run this whole thing myself, and I'm learning as I am going. So, but I have a couple questions here for my mom, so that I can get to know her, spill some real stuff here today on the podcast episode. And I'm really interested to see how this is going to go because honestly, me and my mom have such a unique relationship. Sometimes I really feel like we need our own TV show. Don't you think?
Yeah, we could definitely have our own TV show.
Because some of the things we'd be talking about with each other, I'm like, wow, this could be life-changing for somebody,
Or it could just be funny. Could be comedy.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we're just funny.
Yeah. Anyway, some of these questions are mixed between other people asking them and the questions that I wanted to ask her. But the first question is, do you have a passion for music like I do? Like, do you love music as passionately as I do?
I would say yes, because I love music. Music is a universal language, first of all. And music is one of those things. The reason why I love music is because music can change your mood. You can be sad and music can make you feel better. Mm-hmm. Music can make you can be depressed or something, and music you can play some songs or you can listen to some music and your spirit is uplifted. So yeah, music is awesome. And the other awesome thing about music is, like I said, it's a universal language. So that means it's for everybody. You know, it doesn't matter how old you are. There's some music out there that you would like, or however young you are, there's music out there that for everyone to love and to enjoy. So I think music is a good passion to have.
I think it's interesting because when I first started getting really serious about music, you kind of thought it was a hobby. But also, I think I do get my love for music from you, because I know you don't want to be like a singer or anything like that.
No.
Like, you don't want to do music in that way. But I think you always played music in the house, and I think that you would always just like sing for fun. And I think being around that at a young age kind of made me really happy about it. And I think as I got older, I found like my own passion for it. But because I was surrounded by it already, I feel like it like fostered that passion for myself. So I think I get a lot of that from you, even though you feel like you can't sing. I think my mom can sing. Don't let her lie to you.
No, I used to could sing, but
What you mean, but
Yeah, sometimes, the voice changes. So, and especially when you don't practice it. So, I haven't really been doing a lot of singing other than just singing along with my favorite song or whatever. So if you don't practice your vocal cords and if you don't use your vocal cords, then you're not strengthening them and you're not getting better. So
I got that. Like after a period of time, if you've sung a lot before, but you don't sing for a while, it's hard to get back to like how you were. So let me find out she was singing like that back in the day.
Well, I used to sing in the choir.
I know you did.
Yeah.
Were you alto or soprano?
I was an alto.
I'm an alto too.
Yes, alto.
I can't hit them soprano notes, unfortunately. Shout out to all the sopranos out there. You're a real one.
Amen.
Okay, so what is something that I do that makes you embarrassed? And be careful now.
Well, I don't really have anything that you do that is embarrassing to me, but I can think of something that was that's kind of funny and embarrassing in the sense when you were when you were in middle school.
That's bad.
You used to play basketball.
You are not about to talk about that.
And so I was in the stand with all the parents, and the parents were like because she was considered to be one of
I used to play basketball.
Good basketball player,
I was okay.
But the only thing about Caitlin is that she was a little clumsy as when she was, younger. So every time she would get the ball, it would just be so embarrassing because they would pass the ball to her and she would start running down the court with the ball and suddenly it would be like plop, she'd just fall. And I was in the stand with the parents and I was like, oh my God, she fell. But she would be the leading scorer on the team for the day. I mean, she'd score this was grade school, so you have to keep in mind, she'd score like 16 points by herself or something. But it was just something about whenever she got the ball in her hand and she took off down the court, it was like as sure as her name was Caitlin, at some point there was going to be like a plop. She's going to fall and the ball is going to, go out of bounds or whatever. But, I was, like I said, I was in the stands with all the parents and they were all like, oh, wow, she fell.
They was like, is that your daughter? And you were like, I don't know.
They were kind, though. They were like, she's good, though. She's really good. And I said, yeah, if she could just stand up and stay on her feet.
Was I a clumsy child? I think I was.
You was kind of clumsy.
Yeah, I was
but you grew out of that.
Yeah, I think so, too, because I don't really fall like that no more. But, I mean, okay, let me just defend myself real quick. So
no defense.
Defense. Here's the thing. She's right. I would fall a lot, but I didn't fall just like randomly. Okay. So
no, it's when you get the ball and you start running up court.
Oh, so you know exactly when. Okay.
Yeah, it's a fast break and everybody's thinking she's gonna she's gonna do a layup or she's gonna, and the next thing you know, she's like
I'm on the ground.
On the ground.
Okay, here's the thing. I didn't fall like all the time. It was like she's saying, it was only when like I was a really good defensive player. Yeah. Like I got like the best for it. Like I had really good defense.
Yes.
And so I would steal the ball a lot.
Yeah.
I was constantly stealing the ball. But the problem with that was, like, say a play is happening and the other team passes it, I intercept it, I steal it. I'm ahead of everybody else. Just picture little Caitlin running down the court.
Yeah.
And nobody else is around me.
Bouncing the ball.
And it's like, I think I got excited or the adrenaline was too much or something. And like, I just ended up losing that momentum. And then that's when I would fall.
It's like she tripped over there.
It happened often.
It's almost like I could actually hear her body hit the ground from the stands.
Dang, did I hit it hard? I hit it that hard?
It could have been.
I can't really remember. It was like, okay, guys, so not gonna lie, we just had a malfunction. Like the microphone that I had like a table. It was like a $5 table just now.
Technical difficulties.
Girl, I had Stop playing.
I knew that table was gonna fall.
Okay, I know you knew.
It was just like when you go down the court. When you be playing basketball, that table said plop. Let's go.
See, you.
Let's get it.
Ain't no let's get it. Anyway, you petty for that. Oh, okay.
I ain't petty. I just told the truth.
Okay. Anyway, we had like a $5 table from like Five Below or something.
Yeah.
And it was literally like taped up. So like I should have known that mug wasn't about to hold this microphone stand because like I said, we just doing it how we doing it right now. I had it right here with the with the plant and everything. And literally we were in the middle of just talking and it broke. Completely off. And then my mom was like, I told you. And I was like, well.
Yeah, I knew it was going to fall, but okay. It's okay. It's just a little malfunction.
So we have, thank God we have another table in the office. So it's good. We're good. Anyway.
That one will not fall.
Yeah. Anyway, I was a clumsy child. And when I played basketball, I fell a lot. But, at the same time, I scored too. So you win and you lose some. Anyway. Moving on, what is your biggest accomplishment in your life that you've done?
Well, I would say finishing school, going to school.
You're about to finish school.
Yeah,
My mom's about to finish school. You went back?
Really, really close. I went back.
Yes.
Actually, I went back like
a couple times. She's had it rough. I'm not going to lie. Watching her, it was a rough journey, but you pushed through. You wanted to quit a couple times. We had a couple moments where
Yeah,
we're
we
like,
had some few little mishaps, but that's life,
Yeah, you're graduating this year. No, is it next year? Next
No,
year.
this year.
Oh, it's this year. Girl, do I remember? Yeah, basically she's there. She's literally at the end, and I graduate next year. I'm the one that graduates next year. She's literally at the end, and I'm really proud of her because I know this is something that she's been wanting to do, and she's been working towards it. So I would say that is a pretty big accomplishment, other than having it.
I wouldn't say it's my greatest accomplishment, but I would say my greatest accomplishment would be, raising my children, because it's like, raising kids. It goes through stages. It's like.
I wouldn't know. I don't have any kids, but I can imagine.
They're young, and then they're toddlers, and then they're school age, and then they're teenagers and driving you insane. And then, before you know it, they're grown, and then you're proud of them. Mm-hmm. So, I think that's, and you look at them when you get to that stage of where she is right now, you look and you say, okay, I did that. Yeah. Because then
I made that.
I start to look at you, and I see all that you're accomplishing, and I see the woman that you are becoming, and your work ethic, because you have like a work ethic that is just like, you really, when it comes to work, you really put your heart and soul in it. And so, that just lets me know that, whatever you put your mind to, you'll be able to accomplish it. And so, that, raising children is they say it's the hardest job. And I would have to agree with that. It is a hard job.
I would agree too.
And there was times when, I don't know how you do this as a mom, but there were times where I wanted to quit.
Yeah. Like, but how do you quit being a mom?
You can't. Yeah. So it's like, you have to, you have to figure it out. Yeah. And sometimes, I hear people say all the time, there's no rule book how to be a mom. That is so true. There's no book that tells you how to be a mother. And I raised I was a single parent. So therefore, I made mistakes. But, and that's what the beauty of it is you do make mistakes. But then, like I said, when you get to the stage where we are now, I look at you and I say, okay.
Oh.
It's okay, because it worked out. Yep. All of my mistakes. And all of the things that, I should have done this way, or should have said and didn't say, so now I look at you and I think, okay. Okay. Wow.
Dang. She kind of went there, almost made me tear up a little bit. Okay. What is your favorite memory? What is your favorite? What is your favorite memory?
Can you talk? I'm going to ask the question for you. What was my favorite memory of you as a child? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
dang. Can't English today.
Just the, they used to call you a Cabbage Patch doll.
That's true.
Because when you were a baby, you had this real curly hair.
Really curly.
And your cheeks were so fat.
So big.
So everybody used to refer to you as a Cabbage Patch doll. And I remember one of my nieces actually purchased one of the Cabbage Patch dolls. Yep. They used to have the Cabbage Patch dolls with the birth certificate and everything. Yep. So one of my nieces had given her that. So, but I think my most proudest moment of her is, you weren't a child. Well, here, I have to do this. So it wasn't as a youngster, but I think this is one of my most proudest moments I've been.
It was my
There's
graduation.
been a lot of them. There's been a lot of moments where I've been proud of you.
I'll in post, I'll put it up on the screen for them to see. But yeah, it was my high school graduation.
Yeah, I was.
Fun fact: I almost did not graduate. I was struggling when I.
She doesn't like school, but
school don't like me. That's, you got it wrong, boo boo. School don't like me.
Yeah.
I struggled a lot with like math. Math was one of my hardest subjects.
Not fun for anybody, I don't think.
And remember when they pulled me into the they pulled me and her into the principal's office. The principal sat us down and said, "You are not on track to graduate." And I was a junior. Yeah. No, I was a sophomore.
So in order for her to graduate, she had to do some special classes, but she did it, and she finished. And so high school was a little rough for her in some instances. But after she got out of high school, I wanted her to go straight to college. And she didn't want to go to college because she had a bad experience. Yeah. But,
well, the problem was I was that type of person that was like, I don't even know what I want to do fully yet. Like I knew I loved music, but I didn't know what I didn't know what I wanted my career to be. And then when you go through school and it was already hard enough, like I was like, I don't want to go through 4 more years to not know what I even want to do, because people always say that you change your major like 4 or 5 times. And I didn't want the stress of that, you know. And you know, nowadays you don't even have to go to college for some of the stuff that we can get jobs for. So I feel like college now, I don't know. I think back in your day, I'm not trying to call you old or anything, but I'm just saying, like, when you grew up, it was like you had to go to college in order to be something or be successful. I feel like that's different now. I feel like it depends on the career that you're going into that determines if you need a degree or not, you know?
You need an education.
Well, you do need an education.
You do need an education.
I'm not trying to say that you don't need one. I'm just trying to say that, you know.
It's possible that you could make it in the world without having a degree. It's possible that you could, you know, whatever career you choose, whatever path you choose, it is possible that you could be successful in it. But I'm just a firm believer that you should have, especially high school. I don't feel like if you don't finish high school or you don't graduate from high school, I feel like there is no option for you. You need to do that. And so college perhaps could be a little different, you know, but high school, you need to finish
high school, yes.
Yeah, and well, they were saying you weren't going to graduate, but, you know, I knew that you were, so.
Yeah, but bottom line was I was struggling a lot, and I had to take on extra classes in order to graduate. But I did, but it was like really hard because I was just struggling a lot with the material.
Yeah.
But
so I was really proud of her when she graduated.
It was a big deal for me because I was like, I might not make it, Mom. I might not make it. This is a fun one. How did you feel when I started posting videos on YouTube? I want to know because I don't know if we've really talked about this besides like when it started really taking off. But like when I was posting and I wasn't. Well,
I thought, well, it was a hobby, and so you know, I wasn't against it or anything, but I thought, I think the reaction that you're wanting to know that I had was possibly when you said, "I'm going to quit my job." I had a reaction. I was like, "You're going to do what?" And so she says, "I'm going to quit my job," and I was like, "Okay, yeah." So,
well, for me,
it was kind of like when you first learned how to play the guitar. Then, because, you know, that's one of the things I thought of when you were getting into the music videos and stuff. I said, okay, well, she taught herself how to play that guitar. She wanted to play guitar. So I bought a little $100 guitar.
Oh, yeah.
And so she took that guitar and she learned how to play it all on her own. She didn't have any lessons. She didn't have any teacher or anything like that. She just sat in her room and she taught herself how to play it. And she actually became really good at it.
Yeah, I don't play it as much anymore, but I should.
Yeah.
But I used to play it like nonstop.
So I kind of thought of the music thing, the music videos like that. I said, you know, I'll just give you a chance to see what it is that, see if you really stick to it. Because that's how, when you're young, you know, you start something, you stop something, you start and you stop. So I thought about the guitar and I was like, okay, well, she stuck with that and she pretty much mastered it, you know. And so I said, I'll see how the video things go. And you also have pretty much mastered that too. So
wow, mastered. I wouldn't say mastered, but I'm doing a little something right, I guess. With the whole quitting my job thing, I was working at that time I was only working one. It was like a full-time job though. I was working one job and then I was also a full-time student and then I started doing YouTube and it was kind of a lot. And so I think, and also my focus was school. Like my focus was school. Like I was like, that's like priority. And when I told you that I was like gonna quit the job because the job was so stressful. It was a really stressful job. And it was just like, it wasn't fun anymore. It was draining me. I think you were kind of like, you know, any parent would be.
Life is full of faith. So,
yeah,
you know, you have to just keep going and faith will help you to get to where it is that you're trying to. You can't possibly sit here and say, oh, 5 years from now, I'm going to be doing this and I'm going to be doing that.
Right.
But you know that you're going to be doing something.
Right.
You know that you're going to be working towards some goals and you're going to be accomplishing some goals. But so, you know, I think that's okay.
What I appreciate is you never really turned me down on the idea. Like you never really like, you shouldn't be doing that. You kind of just were like, if you want to do it. And I think, like, as a parent, I feel like that's really important. You should support your child and what they want to do and what they love, you know. And I think that you do that. You know how much I love music, and you know how much I love, reacting.
I mean, unless you came home and said, "Mom, I want to be a stripper on a pole or something, pole dancing."
You got a lot of faith in me because I can't get on that pole. My arm strength, and girl, you think I can hold my body up? I can't even get up off the couch, Mom. Like, what you mean, stripper? All right. I'm excited for this question. Who is your favorite artist?
Oh, yeah. So my favorite artist, I would have to say right now is, I forgot his name.
You forgot his name and he's your favorite artist?
Yeah.
Oh, you said, yeah.
Wait.
She got her notes out. She has notes too, by the way. Like,
yeah,
I'm the one with the questions.
Oh, my favorite artist. I could hear the song in my mind, but I couldn't call his name right away. But I think right now my favorite artist is Bruno Mars.
Yes, that's
I love Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
For us, we think Bruno Mars has some of the best live vocals.
Oh yeah,
like
he's
live,
awesome.
like you know how like when you hear artists when they are in the studio version and then you hear him live, Bruno Mars has the same exact voice, not if only better live. Like he's a really great artist, and we both love.
He's
Bruno.
a performer too.
Oh yeah, he's got it. He's got it all down.
Silk Sonic.
Oh, your shoulders started moving. You was
that's the name of his group, Silks. I was like, okay.
He be bringing back that groove, and I really like that.
Now.
I really like that. I feel like he's got that something in the music industry that I feel like as years have gone, he's still kept that. You know, because sometimes when artists grow, there's change, which is people change.
Yeah.
But he's always kept true to himself, and I really appreciate that. Okay, so as a mom, do you see how strongly do you see music influenced on me? Like, you know, like when you look at me, do you see like a heavy influence that music has like put on me? Like in what way?
I see a strong desire that you have to accomplish something in music. I see a strong desire that not only just with the music videos, but also with your vocals. You want to get into singing, and you want to get into doing albums and things like that. So I see that as being a strong sense of who you are and a strong passion that you've had for quite some time since you were. Yeah, since you were like maybe
I feel
middle
like
school.
8. Oh, yeah.
About middle school, maybe grade school. It could when you were in grade school, you were into like.
I was into a lot of things.
Mom,
in grade school.
buy me some skates or.
I said that.
Yeah, remember you had those Heelys and you kept falling.
Oh, I messed up my knees because of those Heelys. Dang,
make
Heelys was a while ago.
They don't make those anymore because I think they were dangerous for kids. But
explain when my knees hurt.
So I think music is really a part of you. Like I was saying earlier, music is just one of those things that it's a universal thing, and it's for everybody. And music just has such it can do so much for a person. You know, like I was saying earlier, music can lift your moods. Music can kind of take you to a place where you're like, wow, you know.
Yep.
Just in the song or just in the music.
Right.
And you like to write songs too. So that's
do.
even on a deeper level to me when it comes to music. To put words to your own songs, that's awesome. So, you know, I don't know how far you'll go with it, but I do see music being a big part of who you are.
Yeah. When I showed you because I showed you a couple songs that I've written before. Like when I've showed you my own music, what did you think? You always give me good feedback, but I wonder if you ever thought like this song could go somewhere or be something, you know?
No, because not that I don't think it could, but it's like some of the songs that you showed me that you wrote, they're your thoughts. So now if you take those thoughts and you put it to a track or some music and I hear it in that context, then I might be like, oh wow, you know, I
did show you a song like that before.
I don't remember then.
It was a while ago though.
Yeah, okay.
So, But I showed.
But yeah, but you like you had this notebook full of songs that you wrote. So
Yeah.
it's like when I see the songs and those are your words and whatever, you know, I don't. It's not all together.
Mm-hmm.
It's not set to.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet.
Right.
Yeah. So,
But do I think that any of those songs could be something special? Of course, yeah.
I think maybe like 4 of them out of the 1,000 that I've written,
Yeah, you've written
probably could be something if I worked on it. But yeah. Hey, this is just like a fun question that a lot of people want to know. What genre of music did you raise me on? I already know the answer to this.
Oh, well, gospel.
Gospel.
Yeah, gospel.
Gospel and hip hop, a little bit in R&B, but it was the main thing playing in the house was gospel music. Yeah.
So the answer to your question is the music that you heard the most probably was gospel because I sang in the choir. So and I just love singing. I love music, and so but
some Old
you know
Town.
some R&B, some
we listen to a lot of Usher.
Yeah, Usher.
Yeah.
Is really not my age group, but
I'm dead. I feel there was a couple songs up in that we heard.
Oh yeah, I like his music,
oh,
but
no,
yeah,
no.
Yeah. But if you go back to my genre of music, it's like Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah,
He's
Michael
a legend.
Jackson.
He's a
Gladys
legend.
Knight and the Pips. She don't know who Gladys Knight and the Pips.
No, because whose fault is that? Yours.
She don't know who
Because
Gladys
I
Knight and
wasn't
the
born
Pips.
then.
Well, do you know who Mariah Carey is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who wouldn't know who Mariah Carey is?
You know who Beyonce is?
Yes, I know who Beyonce is.
Uh-oh.
Mom, please. Killing me.
Put a ring on it.
I got one.
Okay.
Yeah, girl. And then like with hip hop, you love Tupac.
Oh, Tupac used to be
Yeah.
one of my favorite artists. See,
Yeah.
that's when I was in my 20s. And I used to ride in my car.
You was riding that car,
Listen to some Tupac.
Oh.
All the way down the road to the job.
Okay.
Yeah.
All the way to the job.
All eyes on
Pulling
me.
up. All eyes.
All eyes on me. All eyes on me.
I cannot with you.
Tupac.
Okay.
In the house.
Oh, wow. I get my personality from her if you couldn't tell.
No.
She don't. Yes, I do.
Okay.
You cannot sit here and we laughing like we laughing and we talking like we talking and we look like we look and say that I don't get that from you.
Okay.
Oh, you get on my nerves.
You get on my nerves. Don't roll your neck at me.
Oh, yeah, I gotta calm the neck rolling. She might grab it.
You got to edit this.
Oh my! Whoever asked this question, y'all are petty. Okay, so the question reads: what is your reaction to all of the sounds that come from my room when I record my reactions? Like when I'm in my room and I'm recording, and you're in the living room doing whatever you're doing, and you hear a screech, a scream.
3 words: soundproof room.
Well.
I'm like, oh my God. Sometimes I'm like, what in the world?
If you could see what I'm reacting to, though.
I know. I mean, I understand now, and I have a different appreciation for it than when when you first started. I'm like, okay. I'm sitting in the living room or I'm in near the kitchen. I'm just doing something in the house, and I mean, it's not like I'm that close to where
Right.
you are. I'm off somewhere in another part of the house, and all of a sudden I hear something go. I'm like, oh no.
Oh, I don't sound like that.
You sound like that.
I don't. And it's funny too, because like a lot of the stuff that I react to comes out in Korean time. Like it's not our time.
Right.
So it's like 4 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, guys, I I can't scream. I'd be like, you be asleep. I'm like, you guys, it's like 4 a.m. right now. If I can't react how I normally react because my mom will literally come in my room and kill me. You texted me many times though.
Yeah, I
you
wouldn't
were
come
like,
in your room. I wouldn't say nothing. I'd be like, okay, it's 4 a.m. Could you tone that down just a little bit?
No, one time,
because I'm all the way in my room and I can hear you all the way in there.
Yeah, well, I'm dying, so give me some grace. But the thing is, one time you texted me. I don't know what I was reacting to though. So, but it was bad. I was screaming, and my mom was like, "Girl, you sound like what did you? I think you said I sounded like Freddy Krueger or something."
Yeah, you sound like Freddy Krueger.
And I was like, "Now, how do you make that connection?" You was like a dying cat or something, Freddy Krueger,
yeah,
and
you
it
sound
was
like a dying cat.
All right.
A screeching cat.
All right. Hey, you know what? You know what? People enjoy my squeals. And if you could see what I'm watching.
I enjoy it too when I'm awake.
Oh, yeah. One would. One would.
No, it's all in good. I understand.
Yeah, I think you understand more so now than you did then.
Well, you got to keep in mind too. At first, I didn't even know what it was.
She
I never
has
really
no
had
idea.
a concept of what you were doing.
Right,
so,
right.
But now I understand what you're doing.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you this question because I feel like it's a good question to ask you.
Okay.
As a mother, what is the hardest thing? But at the same time, what's the most rewarding thing? I feel like we kind of answer it a little bit earlier, but like, what's the hardest thing about being a mother? But what's also the most rewarding thing about being a mother? I'm taking.
Well,
notes.
I kind of said what the rewarding thing is that as you go through all these stages of motherhood, and then you see your child reach adulthood, and I look at you now and I go, okay, yeah, it was a struggle sometimes. Sometimes I didn't know what I was doing. Sometimes it was hard, but I obviously did some things right. Because when I look at you now, I say, okay, And when I say okay, I mean, yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
It turned out good.
Wow,
so,
dang.
So, but I think one of the hardest things for me has been, I don't want to say like the things that you go through when your kids are small, sometimes you work jobs that you don't really like because you got to put food on the table.
Yeah.
Or you do things for, as a mom that, you don't really think about. You just do them because you have kids. And so when you have kids, when you're responsible for children, clothing, school, food, and doctor's appointments, dentists, all those types of things, and you just do whatever it is you have to do.
Right.
You work whatever job you have to work. It doesn't matter. I can remember working third shift jobs. I remember you working third shift.
Yeah.
I can remember working a job in the morning and coming home, going to sleep, and then going to work again in the evening.
Yeah.
So, those types of things, I don't mean to say that those are the hardest things, but I think for me, the hardest thing sometimes is at the age you are now, because I'm like, okay, she doesn't need me like she used to need me. So, she's grown up now. So as a mom, you got to figure out how to let go.
Yeah.
You got to figure out how to let, I have to figure out how to let you do. And we go through this, and you already know. Sometimes I will say something, and then I'll be like, okay. I have to catch myself, and I have to say, okay, I got to let her do that however she wants to do it. And sometimes I'm looking at you, and I'm saying, that's not going to work.
Just like the table.
Yeah. I'm talking about even more serious things. And I'm saying, but then I have to tell myself, just give her your advice and let her make her own choice. And then when it doesn't work, sometimes I'll be like, yeah, I could have told you that. Then other times I just use that moment to say, well, hey, you tried your best. So let's try to do it. Maybe you should do it a different way. Or, so you can use those moments as teaching moments. But I think those, for me, maybe not every parent, but for me, that's hard for me to be like, okay, I got to let her. It's like when you first start walking, it's like as a toddler, you first start walking and you're holding on to the couch, you're holding on to objects. And yet as a mom, you're reaching your arms out because you're like, that her legs aren't strong enough for her to carry herself all the way across the floor. Yeah. And she may fall and hurt herself. So you're there waiting, trying to catch her before she falls. So it's the same
thing as they grow older.
Yeah. So I think that's the hardest thing for me. Yeah. As far as raising you and all that, that was just like, even though it was hard, it was like, you do what you have to do. And
Right.
I am not the only mom. I think all moms feel that way.
Yeah. Okay, this is a fun one. So, like, what activities do we do, like, together that makes our bond stronger? I have a couple in my head.
I love how we, what makes our bond stronger is that, first of all, we like to have meals together. Like
lately, yes.
Yeah, we will take our food and go out on the patio. And
Yes.
it's like when we go out there, when it's the nicer days, like it's been lately.
We live in the Midwest, so
we go out there and we sit at the patio and we eat and we discuss what we've been doing all day or what's going on with us. So I love those moments. And also we do fun things together. First of all, our relationship is just not like, I mean, if you were to see us and you didn't know us, you would be like, oh my God, why do they talk to each other like that? But it's not, we don't mean any disrespect. Like sometimes she'll come out the room and I'll come out of her room and I'll say something to her and she'll be like, shut up. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
But it's like girl, shut up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not finna tell my mom to actually shut up because I will not live. I
know I know what context is being done.
Right.
And so she's like, can't you mind your own business? I'm like, no, honey, because you are my business.
But I feel like that's low key every mom and daughter, especially when they get older. I got something in my eye, girl.
You got your eyeball in your eye.
Okay.
You're not supposed to rub your eyes when you do
I know you're not, but like it's literally bothering me. But yeah, we do lately. We have been eating on the patio a lot, which we haven't had a place until recently where we felt like we could eat on the patio. So that's been really, 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 really fun. Like I believe in the power of sitting down and having a meal with someone. Mm-hmm. Like it could be a close friend or a family member, but just sitting down and eating together and having a meal together and talking about your day. There's something about that family aspect, even though it's like two of us.
Dynamic, it just helps you grow a bond.
Yeah, I like that. Like when I have my own family one day, like we're gonna be eating at the dinner table together because it just is that bonding thing that I love. What you laughing? Don't laugh now.
Yeah, they're from them rugrats probably gonna be running all over.
Don't call my non-existent kids rugrats. Come on now, girl. I told my mom I wanted 6 boys. And she said, wait till you had the first one. I don't know why I wanted to be a boy mom so bad. I feel like I changed my decision now, though.
I feel like you have too, but that's okay. Those things change. First of all,
I don't know why I wanted 6 of them.
Yeah, I don't either.
That's a random number. First of all, what?
Yeah, okay. Moving on.
Anyway, I wanted to be a boy mom so bad, but
So another thing a fun thing that I think that I like, I think that was the question.
Yeah,
is that I like how we do things together because we always celebrate each other. And one of the other things that I wanted to show was this picture of we celebrated
oh God,
my birthday. I wanted them to see this so good. That was on my birthday, and
I can't play the audio, but
we hung out together.
I'll put it on the screen for you guys.
Yeah, that was.
I had short hair, so when you see it,
oh yeah, she cut all of her hair off.
Yeah,
but
I was
really cute. Though.
I liked my short hair. Like I was like almost bald, but like I didn't shave
almost. Girl, you was bald.
I had hair on my head still.
I think this was my 60th birthday.
Yep.
We had so much fun that day.
You know what we did?
We just hung out. We went to the movie. We got something to eat. We just chilled. We just acted really silly.
It was super simple, but we had a really great time. And it's funny because years later, we talk about that birthday celebration a lot. And we didn't even do anything. But I don't know, something about that day where we just had such a fun time. You know what else I think that we do that you didn't mention that I don't think we do it as often, but I think we did a lot growing up. Like I remember it. And we used to watch cop shows a lot together.
I don't know why we used to watch this.
CSI Miami was the bomb.
That's what we used to, because those are very popular and everybody watched those. And so, we would watch all the CSI shows. What else did we watch together? What's that one show that season 3 they kind of messed up? What was it? Was a cop show.
It was a cop show, but what was the name of it?
Yeah, it was. Oh, I don't remember. It was Riggs and
Riggs and something.
Riggs and Murtaugh.
Murtaugh and Riggs.
Yeah.
Is that the title of the show or just the character names?
Those are the two characters, Murtaugh
okay,
and
I
Riggs.
hope y'all know what we're talking about.
It was the ones with the Wayans brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a cop show, and like we just really like watching cop shows together. And we were so involved. I think we sat on the couch and watched like season
we
one.
binge watched it because it was the relationship between the two cops it wasn't so much the cop activity, but it was a relationship between the two actors that because in the end something happened and we
don't want to spoil in case you haven't seen it, but something happened where we didn't.
It's old, so they probably not going to see it.
Okay, spoiler alert, just in case. But go ahead,
yeah. So something happened where they had to change actors, and when they changed actors, the show didn't last.
Yeah.
Because the chemistry between those other two actors, although they were saying behind cameras there was an issue where they weren't getting along, however, their chemistry on camera from the perspective of how we saw it was great. Because when they changed partners, it didn't work anymore.
It's almost like when you start a series and you have the original cast members, and if they switch somebody out, it just doesn't, like, you're accustomed to how they interacted, so now when you see a different person, it just doesn't hit as often.
Right.
So yeah, we used to watch cop shows a lot. We don't really do that much. We go to the movies sometimes together. We went to go see Batman. We went to go see Batman. We went to go see Spider-Man, the latest Spider-Man movie.
Oh, I loved Batman. It was really and Spider-Man.
Can I tell
I cannot believe they killed Aunt May. I was like, oh my God. Girl, they killed Aunt May.
Girl.
I was like, she coming back. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I still can't believe it. And that movie was, I don't even know how long ago.
Let me tell you something.
I cannot believe they killed Aunt May.
Let me tell you something. It was so funny. It was so funny. It was so funny because we were in the movie theater. There was barely anybody in there. It was like a handful of us, like 5 or 6 people. We were all the way in the back. And the scene, spoiler alert, by the way. But y'all should have seen it by now. But it was the scene where Aunt May dies, and I'm like, oh my God, Mom, they just killed Aunt May. And this girl was like, no, they didn't. And I'm like, I couldn't believe it. I'm pretty sure. And I'm like, no, like, I think she's gone. Like, I really was like, she ain't coming back from that. Like, it's not happening. And my mom was so in denial about it. And then when it was happening and she actually like died, my mom was like, they killed Aunt May. Like, she was really like, I can't believe they did that. And
I can't believe they let her die either.
I was really trying not to laugh because she genuinely was shocked.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that.
She genuinely was shocked.
I mean, she was the only living relative he had.
I think so.
So Spider-Man, he didn't have
I think what's his girl? Can I remember the storyline? Was his grandparent that died? Or his dad?
Well, I think Aunt May, I don't remember all that either, but I just believe that Aunt May was his only living relative that he had. That because she raised him, I think.
Yeah, after. Well, I mean, this story, Tom Holland as Spider-Man, I think that storyline is a little bit different because it's in the Marvel universe. Okay. But because we didn't see it happen, I don't think.
No, they didn't
within
show it.
that
series.
Marvel, yeah. But it's implied that he is. So, like, it's implied that she did raise him, basically, you know. And Aunt May in the Marvel series, at least the way that the actors portrayed him or who they picked for the actors, like, the, like, original Spider-Man, Aunt May is a lot older. She's older. And I feel like Spider-Man is further along in his journey as Spider-Man. A little bit. Well, I mean, you could see that you could see the process of him becoming Spider-Man. But like with Tom Holland, he really like captures that youth side of what it would be like to be Spider-Man, like in high school or college or whatever. Like,
they revamped it.
Yeah. So, a little bit. But anyway, rest in peace to Aunt May. You a real one.
I can't believe they killed her.
Come back to us.
So now when the next one come out with Tom, I'm like, so what are they who Aunt May? He doesn't even remember his friends because whatever.
No, his friends don't remember
him. He knows who they are, but they sense that something is about him when he, so.
We'll find out. We'll see how they play that.
To be continued.
To be continued. We'll see what happens.
And Aunt May still might not be dead because in the next one, they might, how they be doing in the movies, they be like, girl, she really wasn't dead.
Girl, I'm sorry to tell you, but I think Aunt May is dead.
But you know how they do that in the movies.
They do, but this one, they ain't doing that, I don't think.
Okay. You gonna see.
Okay, this question. What advice would you give yourself in your 20s now knowing the life that you've already kind of lived through a little bit? What advice would you give yourself in your 20s?
Go to school. I waited so long.
Yeah. For your situation, I can see why you would say that.
Yeah. To go to school. Don't wait.
Yeah.
Go to school. Because I could have, some of those crappy jobs I had.
Yeah.
You know, I was in management, but those jobs were so rough on me. They were so hard on my body, lifting and pulling heavy objects and stuff like that. To get the highest dollar I could get in that type of days. Warehouse jobs and industry jobs and stuff like that. Industrial jobs is what I'm trying to say. Those jobs paid more money, so I was getting, a lot of jobs like that to get the most money I could get to take care of my children. So, I would say I would have told myself when I was 20, girl, just go ahead on and go to college, get the degree. You could do something else besides that. Yeah. And so I wish I would have done that, but it's okay. Life turns out how it turns out. So,
but you know what's so special and what I'm so proud of with you is that you're the first in our family to have a college degree. You'll be the first.
Well, your nephew
I forgot about him.
Yeah, he got top college.
That's
degrees.
right.
And
let's just say
your cousin Sharon went to school.
Okay, I missed a lot of people, but let's just say in our little family.
Yeah, in our little group.
You're the first one.
But you're going to be next. So.
Yeah, I'll be next. But I always tell her this, like, even though she took a long time to like decide to go to college or whatever, and she struggled a lot with that.
It took me a long time to finish. I started to getting going to college.
How many times did you start and stop?
I stopped and started because I'm raising children.
Yeah.
So, things happen. You know, your grandma passed away.
Yeah.
And, I moved from one city to another city. Right. So,
And you were a single mother.
Yeah.
You're a single mother. You don't have help. You're trying to do college and life is happening. I can totally understand why, like, you just probably were like, oh my God, like, let me just get this job. I gotta provide for my kids.
Yeah.
On
and
top
for
of
myself.
That. And for, so like, I can understand why that would be super just like, Is there anything else that you would tell yourself in your 20s, or is it just that?
I can't really think of anything that I would tell myself when I was 20. When I was 20, I was like, I was just enjoying life.
Yeah, you were enjoying. Yeah. Which is what you're supposed to do in your 20s. So, like, it's for discovering all kinds of things.
I didn't have any kids when I was 20.
Right.
So, but when I was 20, I was just enjoying life. I was having fun. I was
I feel like you were a lot more carefree than I was.
Yeah, I was like, than I am. There was things that I wouldn't wanted to do that I didn't do, was like maybe go to clubs and stuff like that. I would go to concerts.
We're not the clubbing type.
Though. I mean, like I went to a Janet Jackson concert. I would.
You never told me you went to Janet Jackson.
Girl, I was 20 and you wasn't born.
Okay, it don't matter. You supposed to. How was it, Janet Jackson?
It was good.
I needed you to have me at that time, girl. What you talking about?
It was very entertaining.
What the hell? Did you go see Michael Jackson?
Well, you went to go see Beyonce.
I did.
I ain't never seen her in concert.
I did. We went to see Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Oh, it was a good show. We were not anywhere near the floor, but it was a good show though. Yeah, that was good.
Who else you seen in concert?
A lot of K-pop concerts recently.
Oh yeah, you go to a concert every other month.
Oh, don't out me like that. Don't out me like that. I'm trying to reel that back this year. But no, I went to like non-K-pop. Like I've only been to 2. Beyonce and Justin Bieber.
Oh yeah, I remember that Justin Bieber concert.
It was a mess.
Oh my God,
but it was
insane.
Fun. It was fun. It was a mess though. The concert itself.
You went to a Justin Bieber concert and bought this tank top that was a size extra small and paid $35 for it. Knew you couldn't wear it and came home with that thing, and I was like,
15.
what are you gonna do? Hang it on the wall or something because you can't wear it? It was like an extra small.
I was 15.
Right, but even an extra small couldn't even fit you at 15. When you were at 15, you were. I'm not saying this to be judgmental or anything, but you were way smaller.
I'm a little thick.
Yeah, and so you couldn't wear that thing. And you spent your hard money for it, $35.
You know who was at fault?
They sold out
company.
all of the. They only have so many.
How you gonna have a world tour? and not have all the sizes.
Yeah, they only had like extra. But the thing of it is I wouldn't have bought it because I'm like, I would have looked at it and said, I am not an extra small.
Well, you know, I had faith in myself that I was gonna lose weight. You know, I was like, maybe if I buy it, like I get a different body. You know.
Okay.
But okay, in my defense,
faith in yourself.
In my defense, I was 15, and Justin Bieber at the time. You know how I felt about Justin.
You was like in love with Justin Bieber.
Yeah, I was.
He was like your favorite.
That and the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, the Jonas
Brothers. Like, I literally was like, I'm at a Justin Bieber concert. I have to get merch. Like, it was just like, it didn't matter.
Remember we went to go see them in the movies, girl? We was in there cracking up.
We did. Who was it? It was One Direction.
Oh, One Direction, yeah.
Oh my God, Mom, it was so long ago.
Girl, that was so much fun. I was in the movie theater. She was like, Mom, you're embarrassing
Who's your
me.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Who's your favorite One Direction? Joe. Joe is not in One Direction. Joe is in the
Jonas Brothers, yeah.
I was talking about One Direction.
Oh, I thought you was asking.
You said that so fast that you said Joe. If you wanted to know who our favorite Jonas brother was, it's Joe.
Joe Jonas.
And
he used to be my favorite.
And my favorite was Nick. But
Nick.
Yeah, I was like,
He's a
Nick.
Cool dude.
Yeah, I was like, Nick, he the one. You was like Joe. But you know what? Kevin always seemed really cool to me.
Yeah.
And I loved when at the time before they are married and with kids now, Kevin was the one that got married first, had kids. I loved his guitar playing because y'all know how I love guitar. Kevin was always shredded on that freaking guitar.
Yeah, they were a cool group. I liked them.
I still like them. They're on tour right now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
I didn't even think they got back together.
Girl!
The Jonas Brothers got back together?
They're together. They took some time off. Oh. That's old news, honey.
Okay, well, shoot.
You have to be on top of that, okay?
Okay.
They're on tour currently, I believe so. So yeah, I mean, I wanted to go, but you wouldn't want to go with me. She doesn't like going to concerts with me.
Well, not anymore. I'm just,
Yeah, you're like,
I'm more settled.
I'm not in my concert days
anymore.
I'm
settled in age right now.
You said I'm settled in age. But no, we did. Okay, wait. Okay, who's your favorite in One Direction? So there's Harry, Niall, Louis, Liam, and Zayn. There's only 5, right?
I guess I'd have to say Liam because I can't remember them as well.
Dang.
I think I would have to say Liam.
I'm surprised you didn't say Harry or Zayn. You liked Zayn.
Yeah, I like Zayn.
Zayn was
it would be between Zayn and Liam.
Really? Dang.
Why you don't like Liam?
Liam's cool.
Yeah.
No, Liam. I always thought you were a Zayn girl though, because when we would like talk about it, you was always like Zayn.
Yeah, Zayn. Okay, well I'll take it back then. Not Liam, Zayn.
I'm not trying to influence you. I was just trying. I feel like for me it was between Harry and Niall. Harry and Niall. Fun times. Maybe one day they'll get together. If they have a reunion.
Yeah.
Would you go to it? Like if
I think somebody said it's not happening.
Well, we don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know anymore. I mean, when they said they were going to take a break, how long ago did they say that?
They took a break a long time ago.
Yeah, they made it kind of open ended to where like we're going to come back.
Yeah,
and they might.
They could possibly.
I was thinking like, okay, they're going to be gone for like 2 years, and then they're going to come back. Girl,
it's longer than that. It's been a minute. It's been since I was young.
Right. Oh my God. Mom. Girl. What is wrong with you? Laughter heals the soul.
I'm sorry. Laughter is good for the soul. So
it's the way you came back up and you was like, I'm sorry. You sounded like Siri for a second. Yeah, we went to go see, I think it was the movie, it was called This Is Us, I think. One Direction.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yep. We went to go see it in theaters.
Yeah, it was
And
good.
it was fun. It was fun.
So fun.
It was
I felt like I was almost at their concert because it was, you know, it was basically about their life and their music, and it was really good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I liked it also because there was hardly anybody in the theater, so
Yeah.
I could just be myself. But
The only time I was in a sold out theater was when Endgame for Avengers.
Oh, I didn't go to that.
Me and a couple of friends went to Endgame. It was packed. It sold out. Like, it was insane. And I've never been in a movie theater like that. It was crazy. It was crazy.
That's too much for me.
We did go at 3 a.m. I don't know why everybody was up at 3 a.m., but it was opening weekend. So, and Endgame is like one of like the most like insane movies of all time. So it was an experience. I prefer a more quieter arena or theater. I said arena, but yeah. Anyway, guys, I think we recorded for like 2 hours.
That's too long.
What time is it?
I don't know, but
it's like 3. It's almost 4 o'clock, and we got here around like 1-ish, 2-ish. So I feel
it was
like
really a fun experience.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad that I had you on here.
Yeah.
Thank you for being my mom.
Okay.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being my daughter, even though I didn't have any choice.
I didn't have any choice in you either, but you know what? I got the best of the best.
Okay. You did, didn't you?
I sure did.
Yes,
I got the best of the best. So, all right. All right, Miss Thing.
The best.
All right.
The best in the West.
Okay. Thank you for being my first guest on here. I don't really know how often we'll have these like in person.
Much success.
Kind of.
You'll have way better guests than me.
Mom, you're a great guest. I think this was really fun.
Okay, yeah, it was fun. I will agree to that.
And people might enjoy it.
I do think that you will have much more interesting guests than myself, because you're going to have people that is more into music and more on your level of music. So I think that's what I mean when I say that.
I still think you're a really good guest too.
Okay.
But I get what you're saying. But that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please leave your comments down below. Give it a like. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. There's going to be more episodes coming. I'm in the works right now with episode 2. We have a really, really special guest for episode 2. We're going to be talking about a lot of...
Oh, yeah. That's going to be nice.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. Like, this person I respect very highly, and their creative endeavors is just like really, really inspiring. So getting to talk with them is going to be really fun, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy the episode. But that's going to be it for this one. My mom, everybody, Gwendolyn Benson.
Nice to be here. Nice to sit here and talk with you. And I would just say one other thing that she'll probably edit out, that if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say nothing at all.
Oh. Drop the mic.
Drop the mic. Can I drop this mic? No.
No, girl, you know how much money that costs. Dang, you pay for it. Thank you guys so much. Love y'all, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace. It happened often. It happened often.
It's almost like I could actually hear her body hit the ground from the stands.
Dang, did I hit it hard? I hit it that hard?
It could have been.
I can't really remember.
It could have been my imagination. But see, I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it. I knew that was gonna happen. Cut. Cut.
Cut the camera. Cut the cameras.
I don't know how to cut the cameras.
Hold on. I'm gonna pee.
I knew that thing was gonna fall.
Dang. Pause.